one thing that pretty much every network marketer out there will never, ever create is momentum. And this is exactly what they're looking for. So, how do you create it? That's what we're going to cover in today's episode. Hey, what's happening, my fearless network marketing friend? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we're going to talk about momentum, the big word momentum, the thing that everybody's looking to create. I mean, if there's two words that are probably the most commonly used, it's like duplication and momentum. We're not going to talk about duplication today, but we are going to talk about momentum and how it is created and how you keep it. Now, there are certainly some things that are outside of your control. And the one thing about network marketing that you'll never control is corporate decision making. Nothing you can do about it. Even if you're on the inside of the inside and you're the top earner in the company, the owners, they're the decision makers. So they control a lot of our potential future, which is not a bad thing. If you got good owners, you got folks that are making great decisions. But the other part of that is you don't have to deal with all the crap. Employees, insurance, legal, shipping, logistics, software. I mean, it's expensive running a network marketing company. All you got to do is go out there and share your products and build a team. I mean, and you can get up when you want, play when you want, and do whatever you want when you want to do it. So a lot more flexibility in being a distributor in the field than there is in owning a network marketing company. But I want to talk to you about, and I guess I will talk a little bit about duplication as well, because duplication can go hand in hand with momentum. And I'm not even talking about your company being in momentum. There's a chart that's been used for so many years where it's like, it's been used so many times. It's like, here's the company, and then they get to here, and then they have this vertical growth phase, which is momentum, and then they flatten out, and then you guys know what I'm talking about if you've been around the game for a little while. I'm not talking about, here's the thing. You can create personal momentum, and you can create team momentum, even if your company is not even close to being in momentum. Now, if you're with a dog, one that's just crap products and terrible decision making, and no matter what you do, you can't move the needle, which is not really most companies. So you're probably not with a doggish company. But if you were in that, no matter what you do, nobody stays, everybody leaves. Those are there's that would be a poorly run network marketing company. And I'm not saying that those don't exist. They do. But, the reality is, even if you're in a company that's decently run with, I'll even go as far as say mediocre products, you can still create momentum. Because I've seen some of the most successful companies in network marketing are, when it comes down to the product efficacy or product quality, that's kind of not super impressive. In and out of network marketing, we can see. Look at a company like, I don't know, McDonald's. Nobody's gonna sit there and say this is quality food, but it serves a purpose. It's fast food, it's cheap, and you can get it on the go. So, all right. So let's chat about momentum. The thing is, most people will never create personal momentum because they never really do the work to create it. They talk about their business, they post about their business, they think about their business, they study their business, they go to the trainings in their business. But it's like they're doing all of the things that don't really, I'm not going to say they don't matter, but they do the things, they major in the minors. Spending 45 minutes putting together a reel or some crafty Facebook post to get likes, comments, and shares. And I'm not saying that social media is not, in today's marketplace, it's certainly important. But I remember, like, and the best way for me to teach this to you guys today is I had a woman who, when I was living down in Scottsdale, she was getting ready to make a decision to launch in a company, and she wanted to know how to launch in a company. And there's a very distinct difference between signing up and starting and launching. You don't really create momentum by just signing up into something and starting. That's not how momentum is created. So launching, I would say that launching and momentum, or personal momentum, and most certainly team momentum, would fall under the same category. So what I told her, because she's like, hey, I don't remember the exact conversation, but I think she basically said, dude, I need to make this work, and I need to make it work big. I need to make it work fast. If I had to make big money fast, which is, network marketing is not typically a big money fast kind of scenario. So when these people are out there saying, oh, it's a get rich quick thing, it's kind of funny to me because they really truly don't understand network marketing. If somebody says that, because we're not really known for being a get rich quick or get rich fast kind of enterprise. Not that you can't create big money fast, you can, and that comes from personal momentum. And so what I told her, and I'll tell you the same today, momentum, uh, first of all, creating personal momentum, it's draining. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time, an incredible amount of focus. I would say probably many things that are sacrificed in the short term for the long term gain. So I'm just kind of want to set this up for you guys, because it's not like, oh, I get up and I'm doing, like, because a lot of people get in and they start doing network marketing, and it's like, I'm putting in my 2 hours a day, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can get into a network marketing business and you got X amount of time available to you, and you're just, you're doing what you can with the time that you have available to you. And so it's going to be a longer journey, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way most people begin in network marketing, and many people stay there actually. But momentum is really the compression of the absolute right activities, as much of those activities in as short a period of a time as possible. It's like, I mean, I was teaching my kids when they were younger, and like mowing lawns. I know, weird example, but I'm going to throw it out there. And if I go, I don't really mow my lawn, but if I were to go mow my lawn, I'm not going to walk at a half a mile an hour. I'm going to, I'm going to go as fast as the mower enables me to go, while still cutting the grass without sacrificing quality or leaving gaps. So you got to understand, it's speed, it's quantity, and it is quality. So if you want to create momentum, the way to creating personal momentum, which will lead to team momentum, is you, like, looking at your calendar, looking at your situation, and okay, well, what can give here and what can't give? Because something has to give. You're not going to just get into a company and momentum is going to take care of itself. That's bad news. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. Oh, I play, and I don't, but I'm just made up. I play poker Thursday night with the boys. Saturday I play golf. Sunday I go fishing all day. Those aren't really required mandatory things, or things I might like to do. But if I was looking to get myself in a situation where I could create momentum, I wouldn't be playing poker on Thursday nights. I wouldn't be playing golf, and I wouldn't be fishing. Those things are got to go. But okay, Sunday morning, church with my wife. As a religious person, as a Christian, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm not going to skip church to create momentum. Or if you're married, Thursday night, or I guess it's not Thursday was poker night. So Wednesday is date night. I wouldn't sacrifice date night. This is not worth sacrificing your relationship with your spouse, your significant other, your kids, just so you can go grow a business. But some things are negotiable and some things are not negotiable. And the reality is, I don't think most people even understand what creating momentum involves. And, what does it look like creating momentum? It's one of the reasons why I don't know how many years ago it was, probably 14, 15 years ago, I started running recruiting retreats. These are like, we got seven of us living in a house for 5 nights, and it's 72 hours of work. It's 3 full days. And I started doing those to teach people, number one, to help people have breakthroughs if they're stuck. You can't come to my retreat and be stuck. It's just impossible. You just can't do it. You can't you can't be under the same roof with me leading a retreat and sit on the sidelines or sit there with your arms folded and refuse to get to work. I just don't allow it. So I started doing those because there was such a need. Coming to the realization that so many people don't even understand what working at pace means. And so when I was talking to this woman, and she's done it 3 times now. I mean, she's absolutely crushing it in her company that she's doing today, that she started maybe a year and a half ago in. And I know she did the exact same thing. She launched, and the launch, and along with the launch, you're creating momentum. You're creating massive growth. And guys, this is not hard to understand. It's hard to do from a calorie burning standpoint because it's exhausting. You'll need to take a little break after you've done a 30-day or 60-day or 90-day full on all out blitz. And I've spoken on countless stages where I've talked to the audience, and very few of those people, and I'm talking like pros and 7-figure earners, multiple 6-figure earners, they've never actually they've never gone full on, all out, balls to the wall, nonstop for 90 days. Like, very few people have ever done this. Now, I'm not saying that those individuals haven't worked hard, but I'm talking about you get going at 7 o'clock in the morning, and from 7 a.m. till you pass out, or we'll go 8 to faint, that rhymes. You're from 8 to faint, all you're doing, the only thing you're doing is exposures, invites, presentations, reach outs. I mean, it's 100% revenue producing activity. No rest, no breaks. I mean, okay, you got to go pee. Fine. You got to throw some calories in because you're burning so many calories. I get it. But I'm saying, oh, I'm not going. I'm going to sit on the couch for a few hours. I'm going to go take a nap. I'm going to go watch TV. I'm going to go run some family errands. Those can be done at another time. So momentum is created through the compression of an insane amount of business building, revenue focused activities, as much as you can jam into a day, a week, an hour, however we look at it. Like, how much could I possibly get done in the next 60 minutes if my life depended on it? And then how much can I get done in the next 10 hours if my life depended on it? And even pros, very few pros even have ever done this. Where, like, if you prospected from 7 o'clock in the morning until you pass out at your desk at 7 o'clock at night, 12 straight hours, you couldn't. And again, the key is focusing exclusively on the right activities. This has nothing to do with your comp plan, with timing, your company, your products, your upline, your sponsor. None of it matters because you're so focused on connect, call, reach out, presentation. It's just all jammed together. And one of the examples I've always used when I talk about the subject matter is, it's kind of like if you're getting ready to go on family vacation and you're going to go bail on vacation for, I don't know, 2 weeks. Well, what's I find interesting is the last 2 or 3 days before you go on vacation, you got to make sure the pets are taken care of and the produce is given to your other family members or neighbor in the mail. What like all the things, all the little details, the loose ends. So weird how like 3 days before you go on this trip, you're like, man, you didn't waste a second. But people waste seconds, minutes, hours, weeks, months when if they just really understood that momentum is about all in, balls to the wall, all out, total 100% focus, only doing just revenue producing activities. And it's not like you guys don't know what that is. You do. I'm not gonna train them. I'm not gonna sit here and describe what's a revenue producing activity. You know what it is. But have you ever I mean, people like doing an hour. Like been teaching power hours for 2 decades. I mean, even a power hour is a big deal for somebody. It's like most people they prospect one person this morning, and then maybe 3 or 4 hours later they maybe get to somebody else. And then 2 days after that they get to somebody else. You don't create momentum that way. I mean, maybe long term down the road because you've at least kept busy doing some activities over an extended period of time, you'll create some momentum, but you're not going to create the kind of momentum that I'm talking about here. So speed, compression, intensity, those are words that I want you to think about and remember. And even if I'm describing it to you and teaching it to you, unless you've lived it, done it, you really don't really fully comprehend it. Most people really don't. And again, the reason why I've continued to do these recruiting retreats are called Built in 72. And I take 7 people. That's it. It's not a seminar. It's not an event. It's not some Todd stage presentation. It's not me standing in front of the room talking to you about whatever. We're like locked in a house for, from Tuesday, we get there Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, all day Friday. We're getting after it. And then you get to go home on Saturday. This is where your biggest breakthroughs take place because you will then know, wow, this is what it really means to be full on getting after it. I mean, I've never had anybody come to one of these and like, oh, I've worked harder than that before, Todd. You'll get more done in 3 days than literally most network marketers do in a lifetime, unfortunately. But the other thing it does for you, and I'll make sure that I put the link to my next retreat. If registration is still open, then you can sneak in and you can get a spot because we lock it at 7, not 8, not 15, 7. And this is your opportunity to understand what it's like to create momentum and be in a momentum creating environment because that's all we're doing. Again, this is just all business building activities. No, not Todd training. This is just getting after it. Now I'm helping you. And like, if you're saying something and I'm thinking, okay, well, I would say this a different way, or you've got some bad habits or just things that you do because I'm present with you, we can make those fixes now. And I don't know what your deal is, but like, if you're one of those people that would rather make the fixes now rather than figuring out something like 5 years down the road, and you're like, oh, now I get it. Like I can help you to have what is likely going to be the single biggest breakthrough that you've ever had in your network marketing career by attending one of these retreats. And again, you might be on YouTube watching this, or you might be on my toddfalcone.com. Some of you guys might be on my podcast. I don't know, but I'll actually verbally give you the link for it. So if you're in one of those scenarios where you're like, hey, I don't see the link. The registration link for this particular event that I do, we do them, we don't do them every single month, but ideally I do one of these a month. It's toddfalcone.com/built in 72. What's the 72? 72 hours. It's 3 full days. And this is not for everybody. Let me just say that. This is not for people that are curious, want to check it out. This is for people that are like, I am ready to run. And because if you don't come ready to run, I'm going to make you run and you're not going to like it. I'm not talking about physically running. I'm talking about running in your business, obviously. Uh, if you're in a situation, and look, I have 7-figure income earners that do this. It's not like, oh, I'm not doing anything, so I should go do this thing. This is like, I literally have one of my buddies who I've known for years and made millions in the business said, your next retreat, I want to be there. Um, Not because he needs it, but he wants to be in that environment to experience it. And so this is one of those opportunities where you can dramatically shorten the learning curve, truly understand what it's like to be creating momentum. Uh, and I don't expect that when you leave that experience, you're going to keep it up at exactly the same pace. You most certainly won't. But what it will do is it'll create a new normal for you. So if your pace was la di da di da, and now you're at this thing and it's like la di da 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 da, you'll be like la di da di da da da. If you get my drift, because you can't go back to what was your normal before. I will help you create a new normal, which will create an environment for you long term, which is going to help you to just be a person that creates momentum. You're a momentum creator. So again, lastly, it's momentum is primarily created through individual action, intense individual action, but not so much so fast that the quality of what you do suffers. I go real quick, going back to the mowing lawns example. If I ran with a lawnmower and I just rushing through the lawnmower job, I mean, the blades can only go so fast. And so if I was running, it's not really it'll skip grass. Or because I'm going so fast and my line's going back and forth, I left a gap, there'll be a big line of grass there. And so I'm doing more of a shoddy job. So it's the combination of as much speed, as much pace as you can handle without allowing the quality of your work to suffer. So I would just ask you, have you ever really worked at that level of intensity for more than it's one thing to do it for 10 minutes, but have you done it for an entire day, a week, 3 days? And it's kind of hard to imagine what that's like until you're around some people who truly know how to create momentum. So depending on when you're catching this video, if you're seeing it on video, you guys on podcast probably are not seeing it on video, but I do these things regularly. So if you go to that page, toddfalcone.com/built-in72, then if registrations are still open, then you're in. And if they're not, then they're not. Because I can't take more than 7 people. But I feed you. I take care of you. All you have to do is get here. It's a beautiful place. Your room's covered in the house for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. So 4 nights. All of your meals are covered. If you've got dietary restrictions, we got you covered, and we'll take care of you. And this is my greatest honor to do this experience because I know how life altering it is. And you're either going to continue to do the same thing. I mean, 6 months from now, what are you going to be doing? You're like, oh man, I'm still doing the same thing. Are you coming, hang with me for a few days and we create the dramatic shift in your business that you know you need. So, all right. So again, appreciate you guys for being here, but there's a little description on what momentum is. And perhaps I can help you in developing that personal momentum. All right. We'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for being here.